pleasant, wonderful Monday. And you say wonderful Wednesday, but it's okay to say wonderful Monday as we get
hopping. Say marvelous Monday.
Marvelous. Majestic.
Mischievous.
Oh, mischievous. It's a mischievous Monday.
Mischievous?
Can I get an official Rick Boning? We haven't did that in a while.
He's mischievous.
Hey, and it is almost spooky season.
It's getting close.
Spooky. Well, here we go.
Close.
Check this out. Y'all ready? Look at that. Whoa, man. I got
no intro or nothing.
No, I need to fix my
You
legs.
should warn people before you do that.
Yeah, I should warn them before I put my legs out there. Good night. I need to quit wearing legs on this show.
What's wrong with your legs?
Oh, they need a little sunshine. So, a little sunshine.
They're not nearly as white as mine are.
Hey, you want to do a short day on the show, Rick?
We could do that. But you'll have to warn me in advance because I very seldom wear shorts.
We got to do something fun for episode 600. It's right around the corner. It's coming up. Yeah, today.
What day is it going to be?
Well, I haven't did the math yet. I was going to wait till today to ask you, Rick, because you're really good at, like, quick thinking. So, what were we talking about? No, I'm just kidding. Well, welcome in as we get rolled. We're going to figure this out in a minute, okay?
Okay.
So while I'm doing the thank you and the intro, today is episode 592.
Okay, so 8 days away.
So start computing that, and remember
that would be a Tuesday.
Are you serious? That quick? You figured it out?
Oh no,
no,
because I was counting the weekends.
That was still
so
pretty
it'd be
fast.
A Thursday.
Oh, a Thursday for 600.
Yep.
We're gonna have to do something special. Y'all came, when we had the 500th. We did it over at the community center, and that was a lot of fun. So we'll have to think of somewhere to go. Boy, that's going to be next Thursday.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it won't. No, it won't, because I'm not having a show tomorrow.
Ah, that's right. So it'll be Friday.
Billy's going to be so happy. He says that he never gets anything good. He goes, I never get an even number or a zero, and now he's going to get one.
He's going to get one.
Wow.
And what are we going to do about it?
We're going to do something special.
Billy have to show up in his birthday suit.
He will, yeah. Well, please don't. I won't show up in one. Hey, welcome in episode 592 as we get rolling on this very marvelous Monday. As always, big thank you to Elliot Herzlich from Elliot's Jewelers. He's online at elliotsjewelers.com. And we also want to give a special thank you as well to our great friends here, Rick and Kay Boning from Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools. We'll be talking about last. It was a fun event. Boy, so many people were there. And
a lot of people.
Yeah, I know y'all are still in recovery mode. I'm in a little bit of recovery mode, but it was a great night. I know a few little logistical things to work out, but other than that, man, it was awesome. The feedback I got from people was great, and we are looking forward to that. Hey, wow, look at this.
Jonathan's here.
Jonathan is here. He brought some. Well, man, it's not even the 600th episode. He showed up at the 500th episode with some food. So we'll have to holler at Jonathan here in a minute. So
be on my place.
He had food at the auction too.
Yeah, well, great, man. I appreciate him dropping by. Well, Jonathan, we're gonna holler at you in just a minute, man. You brought those by, so we can't deny it. Man, I'm already thinking. I can't wait to see what's in that box.
The curiosity.
Well, anyways, welcome in.
Rob, focus.
Yeah,
focus.
yeah. Mind is completely gone. Hey, we do want to welcome you in, though. Do us a favor this morning and like and share this broadcast. Let us know how you're doing and that you're out there today. Many folks already commenting in and joining us. We appreciate that. Thank you all so much. And again, every time you share this broadcast, it really does help us reach more and more folks. Some exciting news. Did pull the trigger and launch the new Hello Huntsville website. Now, you're going to go to it and not notice much difference other than it's really fast now. It's not as slow as it used to be. And there are some extra sections in there now. It's a lot easier for you to post events. You can even submit articles now. If you've got your own news article, you can submit those. They'll go into a pending moderation so we can review them and look through them, but we launched that. And then also all of our guides. And the all-new, we used to have Kay's Wednesday Wisdom. Now it's going to be Kay's Monday Mindset. So we will have that on there as well. And it's just really cool. We've used AI, Rick, will like this. We've used AI to put it
Almost
together.
intelligent?
Yeah, almost intelligent. Hey, on a serious note, there's so many things with AI that, are bad. There are. You see a lot of fake video. I mean, there was a video of someone throwing something out of the White House top window.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen. Those are bulletproof and secured. You don't just go up there and
open them,
okay? And there's a video of and the president was like his famous quote, "Fake news." That was absolutely fake news. But on a really serious note, I saw something. We all know, the country is somber after the events that, of course, it was September the 11th, the anniversary, 24th anniversary, and then everything with Charlie Kirk. And I'm not being political this morning, but it's a tragedy. It really is. But I'm seeing healing. I'm seeing a lot. I was talking to you, Rick, at the event, and I said, I think Sunday is going to be the biggest Sunday that churches have had in decades. And we saw it here at first. I know y'all's church had a lot of folks, too. I know in the morning, a lot of people don't get up in the early morning, but I know those other services.
We were there early morning.
Y'all were early. But I know all across, I've been hearing from people, I heard from people last night, that churches across this area and across the nation were just almost at capacity. And friends, if that was a challenge, I said that at the end of last OK. I said, right at the end of it, I said, make it a point, if you haven't in a while, put aside anything that you have about the church and just go and allow the Lord to work. And we saw that. Now, I'm tying all this into AI for a reason. I saw a video, and somebody had AI'd Charlie Kirk. And I want to find it again and share it. It's one of those, like, late night, I shouldn't be on my phone, half asleep, scrolling, probably why I can't go to sleep. But it popped up, and it was, it teared you up. And it was him talking, and it had hundreds of thousands of views. And probably by this morning, I bet it's got millions of views now. It was him talking, and then all of a sudden it was the apostles from the Bible.
Oh, really?
And it was incredible. It was just absolutely incredible, and it made you shed a tear if you listen to the words. And it was like him talking, and he was saying, like, and now that I'm gone, I want you to remember the Lord and this and this and that. And it was just, it touched you. And in that moment, I said, this is what AI should be used for. Yeah. And then I go to the comment section, and what are people commenting? The same thing, saying this is what AI should be used for. This is a perfect use of AI. And it really was. And there's so many bad things out there. And so that was one thing. And it was funny, Rick, because I know how you and I joke about AI. Billy and I do, too. See, that's why we're the dumpling gang. But that was one of those things that I saw, and I thought of you and I thought of Billy. And I said, I'm going to bring it up on the show Monday. I'm going to bring it up on Friday because
if you find it, send it to me.
I will.
Yes, please.
I will. It was the most incredible AI that I've seen yet. So, well, hey, we are
I've
here.
seen a lot of Charlie Kirk videos lately.
Yeah. There was one that somebody AI'd, and like it was of that setting there in Utah, and then it flips, and it was like him walking with Jesus. He got up and smiled and walked with. I was like, wow, that's powerful, really powerful. So my challenge as we start this Monday is just have gratitude for those that are around you. We never know. I was driving last night or yesterday after church, and Bridget had Caden, and Bridget wasn't feeling well over the weekend, and she made it out to last. She had a blast, by the way.
I'm glad she enjoyed herself.
She sat at Vicky McKenzie's table, and they had it because it was Vicky's birthday. How cool was that?
It was great.
That they chose to have their birthday there at Lasso.
Vicky gave me a kind of odd look while I was singing happy birthday to her.
Yeah. Hey, we did, on a scale of 1 to 10, we did about a 0.08 on the singing.
I think we were almost to a 1.
Yeah. I was, Kay, I can't think, and I'm not comparing this event to any others. Everybody puts on a good event, but I can't think of any other bingo event in town where we've did an impromptu happy birthday singing and everybody joined in, and then we did a little, then on those dances. That was fun.
I enjoyed that.
And I thought Birdie got up there, Birdie Pulley of Color Bar. I thought for sure Birdie's going to win.
I thought Birdie would win too.
And then no, there was that.
It was Randy Jones.
That was his name with that green Magellan shirt.
Yeah.
Him, yeah. Randy Jones got up there, and boy, he Randy Jones that thing to town. Like I said, that guy's it.
He had some moves.
Oh yeah, that was fun. So
he's older than I am.
Yeah, he's not a young guy.
Well, Kay and I were talking, we won't spill the beans too much, but I know next year some early ideas, the check-in, that'll be more efficient. And then we were talking about the bingo game. So we'll run that bingo a lot quicker next year. But other than that, it was so much fun. And I know a lot, y'all are still totaling up, but I know a lot of folks contributed. And I want to give if it's okay, Kay, I want to give a special shout out to Tim Rushing over at Charlie's Used Cars. Tim was there, and he just stepped in and started helping.
Yeah.
During that live auction, he was
did
holding
great.
up. He was he was like the model. You know, normally you got the ladies and like, Tim got up there and did it better than any of the ladies have ever done it. He could be a Bob Barker Price is Right guy. You know, he'd do it better than those people on there. But it was so much fun. Maybe just kind of your thoughts, Kay, if you don't mind. It was so much fun. So many great friends were there.
It's amazing, all the people that turned out. I mean, we had over 400 people.
Wow.
And I didn't even count us two.
It was very stressful for me. I'm not.
She might have been a little crabby.
I would. Everybody was bombarding me with questions from everywhere, and I was trying to smile and everything, but it was just kind of. I didn't have all the answers for everything, and we had several people that were supposed to come that were sick, and that delayed some of our check-in. I thought I had backups for backups, and thankfully I did have a few backups that were able to help us clean up the place.
Yeah, that was very helpful.
And
it's still nearly 2:00 the time we got home.
Yeah, wow.
So we definitely want to make it end at 10 o'clock next year.
Yeah.
And not go on as long as it did.
Because I'm old. I can't go that late.
Poor Rick.
But we've got ideas for making it even better next year. And
well, I did enjoy the bingo with the twist, though.
yeah.
That was fun. Yeah, well, I think next year I'm thinking of some early ideas of like, I like how the first 5 games just to do regular straight bingo, and then maybe those last 5 is where you bring on the twist and do the special, the fun things. But it was cool. I mean, so many people stepped up, and and I talked to a lot of people. Here's the deal. Anytime that you're working in the middle of something, you see everything that goes on, everything, and you feel everything that goes on. But when you're on the outside coming in, you're just like, okay. You don't, I think a lot of times I'll put on events, and then I'll know, oh man, well that didn't work the way I wanted. That took too long. This didn't. But then then other people are like, oh well, yeah, that took a little bit longer, but no, everything was great.
Yeah.
That's the feedback I've gotten from everybody.
That's the thing that, as the organizer, and you have a team of people and everybody looks to you for the answers, kind of thing. That's what gets really stressful. And some of my key people were out.
Yeah.
That know how to do things and stuff like that. But on the plus side, it's like the food was delicious. Everybody was telling me that they had a great time. There were a few people that brought complaints to me and things like that. And you tend to dwell sometimes on those complaints because you want to make things perfect for everybody. But that's kind of maybe the Monday mindset is you can't please everybody all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And so, we did
We
raise
never did. Well, we finally figured out how to turn the fans on the left side of the building.
11:30 at night.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny you mentioned this for the Monday mindset, for Kay's Monday mindset about, and you shouldn't try to please everybody because you never will. And I don't know if you caught it during the game, but some lady had said something at the end, and I talked to her, I know her, so it was kind of funny, but she said something, and I was calling again. I said, well, we can't please everybody, ma'am. But I knew her, and she kind of chuckled, and afterwards I talked to her. She's like, no, I didn't take it the wrong way. But what happened was, some people at the end had a bunch of cards. And, I mean, I'm sorry, but we can't take 10 minutes per number because you've got 50 cards you're trying to
I don't know how they got so many cards. I guess people left
Somebody
early.
left at the table and gave them their cards.
That's how it always happens, yeah.
I did drive my granddaughter to go sit with one person and help them with all their cards.
Yeah.
It didn't help them win, but
it was fun. I think like the second chance, the bingo with the twist, I liked it. It was cool. People seemed to really enjoy that because there was another opportunity. There was so many things that we learned from that event, Kay, that, I posted on Facebook. I said, this is the biggest and the best, and I believe it was.
It was.
And I think next year is going to be the biggest and the best. And so many great things we learned from this one.
Practicing now.
Yeah. We're going to start today at 8:32 a.m. Yeah, we're just moments away. No.
Well, we had to add tables.
And that's a good problem
yes,
to have.
That's a good problem. We had overflow for volunteers to sit at, and the volunteers did get to sit. So, we had enough food. And
Yeah, we need to do an after-action report.
Dun, 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 dun. You know, one other thing I wanted to say, I really appreciated some folks helping me out because I know you were trying to find folks, Kay, because, you know, certain things came up. And so I was trying to help you, and I wanted to give a special shout-out to Robert Lindeman, too, from Hit Solutions, because y'all needed help with the auctioneer kind of reading the items. And I was like, man, I'm losing my voice. And if you can tell, my voice is kind of, it does that sometimes. And I asked a couple of people, and Robert Lindeman was one that came to mind, and he did great. I knew he would. And so I really appreciate Robert stepping up and doing that.
Robert's a fantastic guy anyway.
Yeah.
And, you know,
Yeah.
do you know that he doesn't live here anymore?
Yeah,
I
I know
know
that.
Lives in Bartlett. He still comes into town, and he's still involved. He has his real estate business here, and he does his player development now primarily in Bartlett. But he said he still loves Huntsville, and he wants to be as connected as he can. And he came in for the event. I just love that. It was great.
Yeah.
And part of my own first personal frustration was I was trying to check people in, and I could not read the computer.
Mm.
And then I couldn't hear people because my hearing aids are broke. And
Okay,
so,
you need to retire.
No,
So-
trust me, she's retired. She's been retired.
And then I was trying to check the bingo games, and I was having the same problem. I couldn't read the screen across the room to see what the numbers were. And I couldn't read the ones that were put in front of me, and I'm like, I need help, you know. So
Well,
that was kind of one of my own personal frustrations was I couldn't help in the areas I could see that people needed help because
Well,
I couldn't see.
don't feel bad because I've never called a bingo game where I said the letter D. I didn't even know there was a letter D. I don't know if
You did that a couple of times.
yeah, a couple of times like D4. I was like, wait a minute, there is no D. And then I said BB instead of B8 because, you know, like the B looked like an 8 to me from far. My vision, my sight's getting bad. I can't believe, you know, how bad my sight. I used to could read stuff like that sign over there, and I can't even read that anymore.
There's
know.
a sign over there.
Yeah. Oh, I thought that was a puppy. No. But other than that,
No, I mean,
it's going to be,
you
it
know,
was fun.
I had a good time, and like I said, I think you know, despite the little flaws I could see here and there, I do think everybody had a good time.
Yeah, they
And,
did.
You know, there's a few glitches along the way, and I have not ever seen an event that has not had a glitch at somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've not been to. I'm been to enough events and things like that you know, Rick and I can spot things when there's a glitch, and you know, it's how people handle the glitch. And
Well, I was the biggest glitch.
I was talking about other events we've attended.
Okay.
I didn't handle
Yeah.
the glitch too well at first, but Miss Kay took the mic and helped me out and got me back on
But the
track.
She
the
hit you with
biggest,
it?
Yeah, she did.
the
That's what I
biggest-
have this right here.
Yeah.
for. No, I'm just kidding.
The
She's
biggest
let
thing
me
I-
had that before too.
yeah, the biggest glitch I was worried about was the projection of the numbers on the screen.
Oh, no, that was
Yeah.
perfect.
man, that
I
was
wasn't worried about that
fantastic.
at all. You know what I was
Yeah.
worried about? I was worried about my laptop crashing. See, the things you worry about and I worry about are totally different. I'm worried about you know what I was, honestly, this is what I was worried about. No joke. Because we found that website to run the game. And I had tested it and tested it and tested it. And I said, there's got to be a fluke with this. Why would they just make this for free?
Yeah.
With no ads. So I was extreme, even though I'd tested it. I did my due diligence. I tested that thing here. I let it sit. I clicked on it for 30 minutes one day, just sitting here, clicking and going away and coming back. And I said, eventually something's going to pop up and say, okay, your free time's over. You need to pay for this. And I was waiting on that to happen. Because how many times do you find something on the internet that's really cool, that works?
or some
And it's
inappropriate-
ad-free.
Yeah.
or some inappropriate ad or
Oh,
something.
gosh, I didn't even
That
think
would
to
have been
see.
terrible.
Yeah.
When you said you were waiting for
Welcome.
something to pop up, that's what I was.
That would have
just
been
like,
awful.
Click here for more. Rick.
I'd have clicked on it.
RickFans.com. Don't go to that. I don't know if that exists.
It might.
But no, so it is funny though. The things that we all worry about, you know, are different. And me, Anthem did awesome, you know, putting those together for you guys. I think that I really, that part of it turned out really cool. It turned out, I'll be honest, it turned out better than I expected. And I want
could
to
not
thank
believe how well it worked.
And I want to thank Rick for because these are here again. These are things that, you know, I didn't think of. You know, I was trying to help UK, but normally I just come in and call the game. All that's set up for me, and it's nothing on you or anybody else. I just didn't think about it. And we were sitting here that day. Remember, we found that game. Well, I got that morning. I was like, oh, wait a minute. Who's going to click that for me so I can walk around? And I told UK, I said, do not call. I said, I'll call Rick and talk to take. I didn't want to add more to your plate. I try to help people eat a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
And so I'd messaged Rick, and he's like, yeah, no problem. And I loved it. That was one of my favorite things, just you and I being able to interact and talk. It was fun, man.
Yeah.
It was cool. And now I have a burning.
That took one of my key people away for helping answer questions and stuff, though.
Well, he was still answering. He was answering. You were trying to answer questions before and after.
I wasn't doing too well. I didn't know where anything was either.
But no, it was fun, and there was. I mean, Bridget, my wife, she had a wonderful time, and in that table, and I like to go when I do bingo. I like to walk around and kind of chit chat with people, and recognize people. This isn't your typical bingo hall. B3, N42. Those are. Have you ever been to one of those?
Yeah.
And some of them are even automated. They're automated voice.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and there's not even completely auto. And if you go to those bingo halls, there's people who are serious about it. This is the only problem when you have a charity bingo event and serious bingo players show up. Boy, that's when it gets rough because they'll start telling, "Well, you need to do that, do that." I'm like, man, this ain't no bingo hall that's open 7 days a week. This is a once a year charity bingo.
Well,
event.
I was armed. I was okay.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah. But I mean, they'll bring their daubers and that. Have you seen it?
No, I've never been to one.
I'm gonna find a video of like a Knights of Columbus hall when they do their bingo. They are serious, or an actual legitimate bingo hall that's open 7 days a week. We had one in Fargo right around the corner from the radio station. I saw a clip from inside of there, and it's just lined up. And the people I don't mean it rudely, but I know some people have gambling problems, and so they'll go in there trying to overcome some financial loss, and unfortunately, it's not in your favor.
Yeah.
Casinos aren't. That's how they're not in your favor. And in those states like North Dakota, that hall's legal, but people just look miserable in there, and they're like this. They're like just dabbing away like crazy, and it's the most mundane. If y'all want to have a mundane Monday instead of a marvelous Monday, go into a bingo hall. It's open 7 days a week. I mean, I'm telling you, I've seen it. I don't know what it is. It's not even enjoyable to me. I went, and I say all this because I went with my dad to one when we were up in South Dakota, and my dad was like trying to talk to people, and they're like, "Would you be quiet? We can't concentrate." We're like, "Gosh, I'm not making this."
Okay.
Well, wait a minute, because they're in South. Oh, would you be quiet? We can't concentrate. You betcha. So we make it fun is what I'm trying to get at. We like to move around and have fun. So
I enjoyed myself.
Yeah, it was good. Well, hey, we're going to take a break. Many people are commenting in this morning, and we appreciate all of them. Molly James is commenting in. That's the first. Molly, I don't know if you've commented before, but Molly, thank you, Molly. See, I thought I was just making up stuff. I was starting to tell a story that sounded good, and it kind of started coming out as a fib, And Molly agreed with me. She said, "You're so right about the bingo halls." See, I told you.
I have never been to one. I don't know.
B3, N40, and these people have like 20 cards, man. But anyways, Molly James joining us. We appreciate her. Bill Doggett, our county commissioner, Precinct 3, saying, I love what he says. It's going to be a great week.
He's also the president of Rotary.
And president of Rotary Club, which, Mr. President, I have not been yet since you've been, and I need to get there.
You're getting black marks.
Yeah,
What's your name?
This Wednesday, I'll be there. So
You want me to call you and remind you?
yes, please. You have to call me. Rick and I are on this buddy system where we call each other and remind each other about things.
Yeah.
Also, Adrian Hunter at Cabins and More of Texas. She was there at the event. And Adrian, thank y'all so much for just allowing Bridget to sit with y'all. She told me she had such a great time talking to y'all this weekend, so thank y'all for that. She had a blast.
Well, Bridget's always smiling, but I noticed her smiling a lot.
Oh yeah, she was having fun. Jamie Saucier Woodworks joining us. Good morning to you, brother. We love you, man. And our number one engager and the number one comment of the day goes to Quentin Glaze. So we may have to start doing a contest of like the first to comment when we go live.
I can't play that because usually I'm at work.
Perfect. That's why I like to do games where you can't win. So keep those comments coming this morning. Let us know that you're out there. We appreciate y'all so very much. Let's take a brief break. We have a surprise here. A young man has showed up with some dessert, I would assume. And I'm starting to lose track of my thoughts again, Kay. We'll take a break. We'll be back in a moment. As always, we're here. This is your show, and it is Good Morning Huntsville. We wouldn't be here without the generous support of Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools. Over 28 years of excellence. About 28 in 2 weeks now, right? And after this weekend.
And our dessert auction did really well. I think it was about $2,400.
Wow. Yeah, that's awesome. I kept walking around that, and I said, y'all better bid on this stuff. And there was some Oreo cake that I really wanted, but I didn't get the bid in.
Why didn't you bid?
I didn't get the bid in.
Did you say, Rick, would you go bid on that for me?
Nope, did not.
I miss seeing the kitty litter cake.
I saw it. David Beatty showed it to me, and it looked exactly like kitty litter. Used kitty litter.
Bridget told me about it, and she's like, go get a picture. I was like, I don't have time to go get a picture of cat litter. What are you talking about? She goes, no, it's a dessert.
Yeah. And somebody bought it and probably ate it. I'm not sure I could have done that.
Somebody with cats bought it. We'll take a break. We'll be back in a moment. Let us know you're out there and continue helping to promote and share the good here in Huntsville. It's your show. This is Good Morning Huntsville, brought to you on a marvelous Monday from Tomorrow's Promise. We'll be right back after this.
Tomorrow's Promise Montessori schools believe in creating spaces where children can learn, grow, and use their imaginations. At any Tomorrow's Promise location, children enjoy the largest playgrounds in town. Tomorrow's Promise Montessori is a fun school where every child learns at their own pace, and mastery of a concept is expected before moving on to the next concept. At Tomorrow's Promise, every child is respected, loved, and nurtured for the unique individual that they are.
Tomorrow's Promise Academy on Veterans Memorial now open. Visit tomorrowspromise.info for more information. Education you can trust.
Hi, I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp, Media and Community Outreach Minister here at First Baptist Church, Huntsville. Let me ask you, when's the last time you felt real hope? Maybe it's been a while since you've been to church, or maybe you've never felt connected to a church at all. Well, friends, that's okay. Here at First Baptist, we're a harbor of hope, and we welcome everyone just as they are. We have programs throughout the week for all ages to come together, ask questions, grow in faith, and find the hope that only Jesus Christ can bring. Whether you're looking for a fresh start or a community to call home, we'd love for you to join us. Come experience something real. For more information, visit fbchuntsville.org. First Baptist Church Huntsville, a harbor of hope.
In this harbor of hope, we are safe inside.
The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a faith-based 501c3 nonprofit Christian character building ministry helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addictions. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. For more information, visit oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
This is KHSP LP, Huntsville, Texas, the spirit of Huntsville.
Support for SpiritRadio.fm comes from loyal listeners just like you. Want to help spread the good news across Huntsville and beyond? Underwriting opportunities are available for loyal listeners, businesses, and nonprofits. Visit SpiritRadio.fm and tap Donate today.
Spirit 94.3.
All right, back at it here. 73 degrees. Is that right? There is not light rain going on outside. Well, according to the airport, there is. Over at Huntsville Municipal, KUTS, weather sign. 73, light rain, fog, and mist. I guess I've been lying all week. Somebody must have sprayed the sensor with a water hose. Anyways, 90 today, clear. 70 tonight, clear. 91 Tuesday, sunny. That trend will continue, but we will finally have a little bit of rain in the forecast coming back in on Thursday. About a 20%, and that will linger on throughout the rest of the week. Not too bad, though. If you guys have seen any type of rain this morning out there, can you let me know? Because I literally think somebody took a water hose to the sensor because it was nice this morning when I drove in. It was really dark, though, so, I mean, maybe. But anyways, there's your quick weather update brought to you by, well, Tomorrow's Promise. They're here today. Brought to you by Tomorrow's Promise Montessori School. Hey, we are joined here by a young man who made an appearance at our I almost said it, Rick, 500. He made an appearance at our 500th episode.
Right.
Oh, and here he is in 3, 2, 1. Jonathan Yard. Good to see you, Jonathan. How you doing, young man?
Good morning. I'm good.
Jonathan.
Hi.
Jonathan, one of the most respectful young men in our community. We appreciate him very much, and he has Yokanon Bakery. And Jonathan, this was impromptu, by the way. This was impromptu. Jonathan, you're always welcome here, especially when you bring food in, man. But let us know. How have you been, buddy? What's been going on, man?
No, I've been good. Keeping busy. Attended Lasso on Saturday, and that was a fantastic event.
Did you get close on the bingo at all?
Not at all.
Other than that, how was your experience? Since we've talked about the organizing side, how was the guest side?
Yeah. No, the guest side was great. Like you said, next year you'll be getting through check-in a little quicker, but not saying that was a bad thing. But no, everything went really smooth. I couldn't really tell of any glitches that were going on or anything, but
awesome. See, I told you, Kay. See, this works out. Now, next year, if you slip us a couple $100, there may be a little bingo extra in there for you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
You know, you're going to get me in trouble with the gaming commission.
Oh yeah, sorry, gaming commission. We won't do that. So. Well, hey, Jonathan.
You know, AI listens everywhere. You know,
the alarm, the red buzzers are going off at AI headquarters. We got one, Jim. It's like the Ghostbusters. We got one. Ring. Well, Jonathan, tell us how things have been going at Yokanon. Tell us about the bakery, man. I know a lot of people. We have a ton of new folks joining us on the audience now, and just maybe explain your story a little bit, because you're a young man. I mean, just working hard, and I think you're such an inspiration to so many young people. So give us a little bit of the story and the background.
yeah, thank you. So my name is Jonathan, and I own Yokanon Bakery. I'm a cottage bakery based out of New Waverly, and
tell them your age too.
I'm 17.
17. Check
right.
that out. Yeah.
And the journey just started. I've been in the kitchen since I was about 2 years old, helping my parents cook and bake. And then now I've been doing this for over 12 years, and I just wanted to, and over the time it just turned into a passion and a hobby, so I just turned in the November of 2022, so it'll be 3 years in November. I just wanted to turn my passion and hobby into a business, so that's really where it all got started. And like when I was on the show before, I brought the cinnamon rolls, which are my bestseller, and today I brought monkey bread.
Ooh.
And then I also specialize in gourmet 6.5-ounce cookies as well. So then I do all of the classic bars like brownies, blondies, s'more bars, and stuff like that.
Yeah, boy, look at those. Okay, I got a different idea here. You know, I'm trying
I got
to
an idea.
watch this cowboy right here. We can do the cell phone camera. And Jonathan, what we're going to do today, you know what's going to happen? Let's see if this works. Hey, oh, look at that. Oh my goodness. Who's ready to dive into that this morning? There you go. Thank you, Kay. The idea is we're going to give those away on the show this morning. How about that, man? Mm-hmm. And so all you got to do is text in your name right now. Rick's, look at his finger. It's already smoke's coming out of it already. Text in your name on our phone and text line to 936-339-0139. Again, that number 936-339-0139. Just your name, and it's your chance to win. What is this valued at? I mean, this is a pretty good little setup here.
Yeah, so that's a half dozen, and I believe it ranges at $18.
Nice, man. Well, I figured it'd be more than that the way those things look, Jonathan. So, and tell us again what's in these. I know you briefly described, but go over the name again and what's in these.
Yeah, so the monkey bread muffins, the best way to describe it would be like a deconstructed cinnamon roll, and the base is a biscuit, and it's coated with cinnamon sugar and topped with caramel sauce, and then it's topped with a creamy vanilla glaze.
Man, yeah, it looks good. Kay, you want to go ahead and just grab one there, and we'll.
There's
We're
only going to be 5 given away.
Yeah. No, well, he only brought 3. That's all I'm seeing. Ignore that picture. That was AI generated.
I was wondering what happened to the other one.
Yeah, that was an AI generated video we just put up. No, again, texting. We already have the messages coming in. I'm getting notifications now. So if you'd like to win these delicious muffins, text in your name this morning to 936-339-0139. That's why you got to watch the show, because you can't win.
So how did you come up with the name?
Yeah, so monkey bread.
No, the yolk on.
Oh, the Yochanan Bakery. So it's based off of my name, which is Jonathan, because in Hebrew it's pronounced Yochanan, and it's spelled Yochanon. And then I kind of just did a little play on it and spelled it Yolk, and on like egg yolk and adding other ingredients to make something. And I've had that name ever since I thought about starting Yochanan Bakery, so probably like 4 or 5 years ago.
Wow.
So
That's neat.
yeah,
Awesome.
thank you.
We'll give you a
I
little
knew there
shout
was a
out.
story behind it.
We'll give you a little shout out. There's his card right there, and more information. How can folks order? You know, if they want to order something, to maybe go over the other items that you make at the Yochanan Bakery.
Absolutely. And if you flip the card over, I have QR codes on the back as well for Facebook and Instagram. But yeah, I got a website. It's yochanan.com, YOLKANDON. And then you can order all of our items on there in quantity. And I offer delivery as well. So
And you're at the farmer's market every Saturday.
I am at the farmer's market. If you follow me on social media, that's the best way to stay up to date with what I'm doing or and what's going on with the Yochanan Bakery, and see all of our locations as well. Because I go all over. I go throughout Walker County and Montgomery County.
Wow, so you're keeping busy. How do you juggle school and all those other things? I mean, did you retire from school?
I'm also homeschooled, so I have a lot of time to do this.
Okay. I was going to say, did you probably just said, I'm done with school. I'm ready to roll the business now. But education's important. I know you're balancing it and doing a great job, man. So, well, awesome. Well, there it is, Yochanan Bakery, and it is our friend Jonathan Yard, who is a friend of this program. And you are always welcome on here, brother, especially when you show up with some
appreciate
food,
it.
man.
Thank you.
Yeah, you bet. Kay, do you have any other questions for Jonathan?
What's your long-range plans?
My what?
Do you want to turn this from a home base into retail business, or?
Yeah, so right now it's just whatever the Lord wills. I'm following the steps of the Lord, and I've been right now the cottage operation is just good right now. But maybe in the future, if that's what the Lord wills of doing a storefront, I've had several people ask me that question, and definitely getting a brick and mortar in the future would be a good investment. But right now, just leaning on the Lord.
Amen, man. Awesome. Well, thank you, brother. Appreciate you bringing these in. If you what were these called again?
Monkey bread muffins.
Monkey bread muffins. Think of a you described it as a cinnamon roll from the inside out, right?
That's right.
Oh,
A
man.
deconstructed cinnamon roll.
You described it better than me. So again, text in your name. We've had many people text already. I've received the notifications. Your name to 936-339-0139. Thank you, brother, for being here, man.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All righty. Well, we're going to take a break as we continue on. You know what? Even on days where it's impromptu, we wouldn't be able to have young men like Jonathan on the show if it wasn't for Tomorrow's Promise. For the best education for early childhood in Huntsville and Walker County, go check out Tomorrow's Promise. Kay and her staff, they're doing such great work for our young people, and you can find out more information online at tomorrowspromise.info. Let's take a brief break. When we come back, we've got Top 10, and then we're going to have Kay's. We'll talk a little bit more about the Monday mindset. So we'll take a break. We'll be right back. Stay with us. This is your show. It is Good Morning Huntsville, and we'll be right back after this.
Tomorrow's Promise Montessori schools believe in creating spaces where children can learn, grow, and use their imaginations. At any Tomorrow's Promise location, children enjoy the largest playgrounds in town. Tomorrow's Promise Montessori is a fun school where every child learns at their own pace, and mastery of a concept is expected before moving on to the next concept. At Tomorrow's Promise, every child is respected, loved, and nurtured for the unique individual that they are.
Tomorrow's Promise Academy on Veterans Memorial now open. Visit tomorrowspromise.info for more information. Education you can trust.
Hi, I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
Since 2010, the Oak Ridge Disciple House has helped men break free from addiction, not with quick fixes, but lasting change through Jesus Christ. They've celebrated 167 graduates at Oak Ridge and 138 more at Interfaith with an 80% success rate. That's compared to just 5% in most secular programs. The fact is, Jesus works. And now, celebrating 15 years, they're building their third house in Tennessee and just launched a women's program, Restoration Ranch in Texas. It's all for God's glory. And here's the heart of it. They never turn anyone away for lack of money. In fact, 95% of families receive scholarships. As one person put it, don't talk about it, be about it. Every penny counts. Donate today at oakridgedisciplehouse.com and help change a life forever. The Oak Ridge Disciple House. Online at oakridgedisciplehouse.com. Real recovery, real hope.
And now, it's my favorite thing to say, Rick. And now, live from Studio 1229J in Huntsville, Texas, it's time for Rick's Top 10.
Where's the bouncing head?
Well, it says we got to get a new one. It's got to
Thank
be a
goodness.
yeah. I know you didn't. Maybe we'll get one with the felt hat.
Ooh.
Oh,
Because today is
dun, 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 dun.
National Felt Hat Day.
All right, can I fill your hat? Is that what it
no,
means?
felt.
Like, oh, felt. I thought like
Not
fill
fill.
your
Yeah,
hat.
felt hat.
Felt hat. Did you feel it or did you felt it?
I felt it.
You felt it. Okay.
I feel a lot of things. My
Felt.
wife's always slapping my hand.
She felt you.
Yeah.
You feeling me?
Both of you. Just really, both of you.
Okay, the top 10 ways to celebrate National Felt Hat Day. Number 10, dust off that old fedora and act like you just solved a 1940s crime. I don't have the suit.
How come all of my I have one felt hat and the thing's filthy. It's got like spider webs on it and stuff.
I have a Indiana Jones hat.
Wear it next week.
Next week?
Next Monday,
Well,
yes.
you can't. It's hard to get the headset on.
Well, we'll figure something out.
Okay.
I'll cut a hole in the side of it.
We can do a microphone.
Yeah, we'll give you a microphone for a segment.
Number 9, walk into a room, tip your hat dramatically, and say, "Evening, folks," whether it's morning or not. I do that anyway.
I was gonna say, you
forget what
should.
time of day it is.
Oh, that's great.
Number 8, use your felt hat to hold snacks during the football game. Nothing says classy like chips on a fedora.
Especially Cheetos, and I
Yeah.
look at the fedora after it.
Put it back on.
Yeah.
Number 7,
You cheesehead. Sorry.
you choked me up on that one. Number 7, challenge a friend to a best hat hair contest once you take it off. The spoiler is that nobody wins. Number 6, wear your felt hat to the drive-thru. Insist on being called Maestro. I've never had anybody call me Maestro.
I want to wear a felt hat and insist on people call me Max Powers. How you doing, Max? Max Powers, actually.
See, I want to be called James Bond. But he didn't wear a felt hat. Okay, number 5. Give your hat a name, talk to it in public, and watch people slowly move away from you. What would you name your hat? Max Powers?
Barney.
Barney?
Yeah.
People slowly move away from you anyway in public.
Oh, she's got a point.
It's like there's a couple walking down the street and they see you and they're eating at Cafe Texan. We need to go on the opposite side of the road, honey. But there's a window. It doesn't matter. No, I'm just kidding. Poor guy.
That's all right. Oh, here we go. This one's mine. Number 4, recreate Indiana Jones scenes at the grocery store. Nothing says adventure like grabbing the last bag of apples and sliding under the cart. That's not going to work.
Yeah. Same.
Come to a dead stop right there.
Speed bump.
Yeah. Number 3, serenade your neighbors with putting on the Ritz while tipping your felt hat repeatedly. You heard us sing at Lasso. I don't think that's a good idea.
I'd like to put on a felt hat and just go ring a doorbell and go, like you said, say evening, even when it's the morning. Just randomly ring a doorbell.
Evening.
And then when they open the door, just say, evening, ma'am, and then just walk off. and then watch HPD come after me.
Now, here you go. Number 2, walk through town tipping your hat to strangers. Count how many tip back versus how many call security.
I don't know. They wouldn't call security.
You don't
Not in Huntsville. They'd be happy.
That somebody tipped your hat?
Yeah, oh yeah, they'd be happy.
I think you have a point. Most people would probably tip back.
Oh yeah, here, evening.
Yeah.
Unless you were tipping your hat and you're just wearing your birthday suit.
Oh yeah, then definitely HPD would be on your tail.
And the number 1 way to celebrate National Felt Hat Day, 1, wear your felt hat proudly because nothing says style quite like sweating under extra fabric in September.
Oh gosh, this thing do get sweaty.
Yeah, I was a little sweaty.
Well, there. Hey, I got a 0 for you. I just thought of it.
What?
It's not really funny. But wear it at a Joe's Italian and ask, "Where's that table in the corner with the broken light bulb?" Know what I'm saying? I'm Fat Tony. They need to get that table set up over there.
Yeah, they
I've been
do.
waiting on it. By the way, he's opened another location. They've got them all over now. Yeah, I just posted about it. So, well, there you go, Rick's top 10 from 1229J.
Where'd you get that number?
It's the address of the church, and it's Avenue J. Sounds cool, right?
I like it.
Studio 1229J.
I wondered where you got 1229J.
It's like a cool address.
I like it.
It's the only time, Kay. I mean, we've had so many good people in Huntsville. I started thinking I'm going to show up at a council meeting and be like, can I make a proposition that we start renaming the streets instead of Avenue A through J or whatever? Can we start naming them after people now that we have enough people here? That's when you know you're a small town, when you've got Avenue A through Z. So
Yeah, Lubbock's got that.
they need to name it after somebody. In Georgetown, we had it in order by names of trees.
Oh, really?
And it was alphabetical. So it was like apple. I don't know what B would be.
Birch.
We did. Yeah, you're right. C, cantaloupe, even though
That's not a tree.
I know. I just made it up. But we did, though. That's like the names of them. So you knew.
Imagine cantaloupes falling out of a tree. That'd be bad.
Sounds like an AI dream. I'm gonna come. You know what? I'm gonna AI a picture of a cantaloupe tree.
I'd like
for
to
you,
see that.
so. Well, Kay, I know earlier we talked about a little bit of just Monday mindset. Anything to expand on that? Because I honestly forgot what we talked about. I told you my brain doesn't work.
Well, if I had kept this one in mind last week, stress happens every time you try to do too much at once. You don't have to have it all figured out. Be gentle with yourself.
And everybody else.
Yes.
Well, that would tell you why I'm stressed out all the time. It is right though. I've learned to say no a lot, and I love helping you guys out. I'll continue to do that. I enjoy doing it, but I've taken a step back. In fact, I had 2 more requests in the last 2 weeks to MC events, and I'm very grateful for that. And and here's where I'm at with this. I'm afraid to say no because then when I say no, then I feel like maybe it'll devalue the brand of Hello Huntsville. That's how I think about it. But in reality, it doesn't. And just the same for many of you, it's okay to say no because you have to put your family first. You got to put the Lord first. I've always said that. But your family comes first and outside of that. And you have to make time to separate and just take a deep breath. And I struggle with that big time. I really enjoyed doing other events. Like I would always help with CASA and the Rotary and those. And I love those organizations. But I realize now with our children, and I'm not saying this is an excuse, and I know there's people out there that have children, and they're like, well, that ain't a problem for us. Well, it's a problem for us, not in a negative way. It's a problem for us to be able to always find help and to afford help. It's not easy. It's not cheap to hire a babysitter. You know, I have a young lady who helps me on Friday nights now, and by the grace of the Lord, she's here at the church, and, you know, we pay her, but it's not like an exorbitant amount of money, and she told me don't even pay me. I was like, no, we're going to pay you. But the reason I can do y'all's event is because y'all have childcare at night. That's the best thing in the world when you have the event. It's a school event from Tomorrow's Promise that you are putting on to benefit the Dolly Parton's Imagination Library. And so what do y'all do? Y'all have childcare. That made it so much easier. If y'all wouldn't have had childcare, that would have kept my wife at home, which isn't fair to her. She needs to get out and enjoy things. And so it is okay to say no, and I did. I had to say no to two, and one of them was a pretty cool opportunity with Sam Houston. But I just started thinking about it, and you know, I've been blessed with friends at Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home to conduct funeral services from time to time. I did one here a couple of weeks ago, and I had a request to do another one. And as much as I wanted to be there, that Saturday would have just been too much. And that Saturday's the one day off a week that I get right now. And so it's okay to say no is what I'm getting at, and to protect yourself. Mm-hmm. And so I'm not saying that to sound like, oh, who am I to do? I'm saying it because you got to say no sometimes. I will say yes to you. and it doesn't mean that I'm disrespectful to anyone else, but you have to.
If you say yes to everything and then you're stressed out, then you are not serving, you said about hurting the brand of Hello Huntsville, then you're not helping Hello Huntsville. If you go to an event and you're stressed out at it, mm-hmm. you're not helping.
Yeah, one of the things
and you're
too,
not helping your family, or
That's what I was going to say. If you say yes to everything else, you're saying no to yourself, and you're saying no to your family. And so just don't take on so much, and don't feel like if you don't do something that it's going to negatively affect you. Because saying yes sometimes will negatively affect you. And that's really good Monday mindset. So this Monday, maybe you've got a whole plate. Maybe you've got a whole, what are these things? Maybe you got a bunch of monkey bread about to go into your belly, and you're like, I need to chill out on the monkey bread this morning. Instead of having 6 of them.
Only have 4.
Just have 4.5. So it is good, though.
I could not eat 6 of those if you gave me all day.
No, it's good. I'm glad you brought that up, Kay, because it's something that I struggle with tremendously, and I've learned over the past 2 or 3 years to kind of slow down a little bit. And because there were things that I would commit to, and then something would come up. One of them was I felt terrible about this, but I gave him plenty of notice. It wasn't like I left him hanging. But I officiate weddings from time to time too, and a former player at Sam Houston State University, I was one of the first athletes over there I befriended. He got married, and he asked me to. Well, he didn't get married and then asked me to do his wedding. Obviously, he asked me to officiate his wedding. I said, yeah, man, I'd absolutely love to do that. Well, then we left for Fargo, and so I had to call him, a month before the wedding and be like, hey, man, I'm sorry. And he was totally understanding. And there was a piece of me that said I needed to come back and do that because I told him yes. But then the other piece was how logistically would that work and how much stress would that. And those are the things that I'm talking about. There was no way that I could have unstressfully flew back down here, did a wedding, and then flew back up. It would have just been, way too hard. So anyways, good Monday mindset, Kay. Kay's Monday mindset. It's okay to say no is the theme of that one.
Unless it comes to taxes.
Yeah, you got to pay the IRS.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we can't say no yet. We've still got a bunch of stuff to finish up on last. So
Yeah. Well,
I got to finish what you start.
IRS is internal rebuttal service, Yeah, and there are some things. You're right. There's some things you got to say yes to. You know, like I would like this week to say no to college and not have to worry about it. But then I would fail the class if I said no to it this week. So just stay focused on prioritize the things that are most important. And this is what I'll tell you the most important is. Number one is the Lord. Your relationship with the Lord is number one. Your family, number two. Your friends and your work. And I kind of put it in that order. I really do. I think that we put such an emphasis on work because I was always taught God, family, work, friends. Don't put work above your friends either. I don't remember where I saw that, but there was like a pyramid, and it had work above friends. And I looked at that thing, Kay, I said, that don't make any sense. Why would I put work above my friends? Now, obviously, if your friends wanted you to go out and you had to be at work, then in that case, yes, you put work above the friends. But I think if you prioritize things, and it's, you know what, it's easier said than done because we can sit here and talk about it all day, but it's the part that's hard is actually putting it into action.
Yeah.
That's the most, and that's the part that I struggle with the most is putting a lot of what I say into action. I've been very transparent on the show about, you know, some things that I deal with. But I've also learned to understand the more that we talk about it, just like in advertising, it stays top of mind. And I got a perfect example real quick. If we just have a couple of minutes, I wanted to explain this. Because I find myself getting extremely impatient with my children when I'm stressed out. And that generates more stress. And in my mind, I know that I should not sit there and rush my little girl and tell her, hurry up, we got to go. Hurry up, we got to go. And then what happens? I start to get upset, and what do I notice? She gets upset. And this morning, I caught myself. We got up really early, but Braylon started her little ritual that she's in right now, even though we picked out someone said, pick out the clothes the night before. We've done that. Trust me, we've done it. We go over it. We go through it. The next morning, she's already forgot about it, and she says, no, Daddy. I said, well, baby, we picked this out last night. No, I don't want it now. Okay. So we have them laid out now, so she gets to pick another. Well, this morning, I was like, I had to get up here early because Monday I got to reset equipment. I honestly didn't feel like doing it yesterday. I was wore out. We were at church and then went home. And so I used some of this equipment to broadcast sports on Friday, whenever it's football season. And so I got up this morning earlier than usual, a little bit earlier. Bridget left for work, and then when she leaves for work, I'm like, the pressure's on. I got to get these babies going. And I felt myself in a moment because Braylon started getting upset. She had every right to be because I woke her up. You know, I get upset. Do you get upset when you get woken up? Rick's like, no, I'm happy. I'm joyful.
I don't get upset. I might be a little groggy for a minute.
But what I noticed, Kay, was I was starting to get stressed out over it because I was like, I cannot be late this morning. And I almost said that to her. And I paused in that moment, and I said, nope. And I even said a prayer. I said, Lord, bring some peace over me right now so that I don't say something that she would consider hurtful, like, hurry up, get out, we got to go, you know, because I've done that. And that's hurtful to a little child. And as she was changing, she said, you know, I prayed, and she says, Daddy, please don't get mad at me this morning. And that, like, melted my heart.
Yeah.
Because I realized that, you know what, the mornings whenever she's doing that, I do get upset. She recognized that. And I said, no, baby, I'm not going to get upset. And I was very calm. I did not rush her. And you know what? We were so happy this morning. And you know what she told me? She goes, we're going to have a great day today, Daddy. And it was because I took that moment to pause and put into action what I preach about on this show every morning.
Great.
And it's not easy. But, man, I feel good this morning, even though I'm running on 4 hours of sleep. So I know that was a long, drawn-out version. But if we hadn't been on here and I hadn't been on here talking about it every day, it probably wouldn't have been on the top of my mind. I probably would have said, whatever, and just, come on, let's go. We got to hurry. And
Which makes it go longer.
It does. You're right. And Bridget's even told me, she'll like, can you quit rushing the children? You're upsetting them because you're rushing them. And I'm like, I know, but we got to go. And it happens on Sundays for church. And I've learned, man, I just got to
chill out.
Chill out. Nessa Irving, chill out. Shaved ice. I just thought of her. Anyways, well, hey, I know we got to get rolling. It's been a fun morning. Kay, any final comments? Thank y'all for, I wanted to say publicly, thank you for what you do. I know when these events go on, there's a lot of stress, a lot of things we got to do. But I kept reminding people on Saturday it was all about the kids, the children. And if it wasn't for your vision of wanting to bring literacy to young children, we wouldn't even have had the event. We wouldn't even have over 1,000 books going out to children all over the place. So I just wanted to publicly say thank you. I don't feel like you get enough credit, and you don't seek it, but you don't get enough credit for the hard work that you put in to children. So thank you.
Oh, but it's a whole community.
Oh, I know,
mean,
but
we
but
had a
too
whole
bad.
teamwork.
I know,
people
but
doing
I
stuff.
know, but too bad. Because it was your idea. I'm going to say thank you, Kay. I know. I think
Actually,
everybody
lasso
else.
was not my idea.
Well,
One
of your team members.
we talked about it as a team as to what we could do to raise money.
But the Dolly Parton's Imagination Library, bringing it to Walker County, was your idea. So that vision got popped into your head, and I know that you're appreciative of everyone else. But too bad. I'm going to say thank you, Kay.
Okay.
And Rick, thank you for being the support system. Sometimes.
Yeah,
See,
sometimes.
I know you are, man.
Sometimes I'm a roadblock.
Nah, you're not, buddy. Well, thank y'all very much. Any closing thoughts? It's been fun this morning. Thank y'all.
No, I just hope everybody had a great time, and be patient with us as we get all the last little kinks worked out.
Perfect. Rick?
I'm great. I mean that literally.
We were joking, Jason Thompson and I, last Tuesday about how there's those awkward pauses.
In this one, we don't have awkward pauses. I'm not awkward.
And then you always laugh whenever there's a pause. All right, well, that'll wrap it up. Hey, we're going to be back at it tomorrow no, we're not. I wanted a special announcement. We will not be having the show tomorrow. We've got to make potentially a tough decision about our pup tomorrow. And so I messaged Jason last night, and I just felt, again, it's okay to say no sometimes. And that I felt like that would have been rushed too much to come on, do the show, and then have to go and take our dog to the vet and go through what could be a really tough decision tomorrow. And so and Bridget's off, and so we're just going to kind of have a family morning, I guess, if you will, and figure out the next step. So no show tomorrow, but we will be back at it on Wednesday. So looking forward to it. It's going to be fun.
Okay.
All righty. Well, hey, we love you, Huntsville. Appreciate you. Big thanks to Jonathan for coming by and hooking us up. And we will message a winner after the show. I don't have time to call him, but we did have several texts. I'm going to reach out. Steph Valley was one of them that texted in. So, Steph, I don't know. I don't want to lead you on, but there could be a call coming your way. But there's about 6 other people that texted in also. So we'll call you after the show. We love you, Huntsville. Appreciate you very much. We'll be back at it on Wednesday at 7:30. And as I remind everyone this morning, we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We're really not. We need each other. So please provide a word of encouragement, lend a hand of support. I promise somebody out there needs you. Until then, good morning and so long. Have a blessed day, everyone. And Rick and Kay, thank y'all.
Adios.